Welcome to It's a Piece of Cake. I'm Lima, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make really simple, cute chocolate pieces that have like a soap inspired look about them. So to get the actual shapes of these chocolate pieces, I have used silicone molds, and you can purchase your silicone molds online on eBay. So I've got all of mine on eBay, and I've got some round ones, some shells, some flowers, roses, and some that are really old that I've had in the past. So I'm just going to use these molds to show you how to make these chocolate inspired soaps. So the first one we're going to do is just a very basic, easy, simple rose soap. So you got the rose mold, you just pour some tempered chocolate inside your rose mold, pop it in the fridge and let it set. And I'm going to repeat that with the shell and as well as the little flower mold that I've got. And I'm going to pop all these in the fridge and let them set. And when the chocolate has set, they're very easy to remove away from the mold. So now that they're set, all you do is you gently, now silicone molds are quite flexible, so they're very easy to move, and you just kind of stretch them and then your chocolate will pop right out if it has been set properly and if you are using tempered chocolate. So we're popping them out, and then you've got these really simple. So if you're making a cake and you want some soap kind of shapes on top, you can do it this way, which is the very easiest one. And then we're going to go on to the next one. So now we're going to colour the chocolate. So if you colour your chocolate, you're obviously going to get a little bit more of different variation. So here I'm using some pink luster dust, and I'm just whisking it into my chocolate, and this is going to give me a very nice pastely soft pink. So whisk it all in. So whenever you're colouring chocolate, you've got to use oil-based food colour powder, or you can just use the luster dust that you can get from your cake decorating shop, and you just whisk it into your chocolate till all the powder has dissolved. And the more powder you add, the darker your colour is going to be, and the less you add, the lighter your colour is going to be. So you can just play around with it if you wanted more stronger colours or if you want a bit more lighter colours. So here I'm using an orange food colour powder, and then I'm just going to whisk it in. Now if you don't whisk it thoroughly, you'll have like little pieces of powder in there, but for soap they look nice because you always get those soaps that have their little kind of specks in there, and that gives you that look if you don't whisk it all the way through. And obviously if you whisk it all the way through, you get a really smooth colour, and you can mix colours. So if you're not happy with your shade, you can add some other colours to get really unique colours. So here I've got yellow, and I'm going to add a little bit of my purple to it, and it's just going to really soften out that yellow and give it like a very pastel-y kind of flat soapy colour. And I'm going to whisk it in. You can have a lot of fun making your own colours in this, or just use a little bit of the powder if you don't want intense colours. Once you have got all your colours made up, then you can start piping them into your silicone molds. I found this mold a while ago, and I've really wanted to use it. So I'm going to start off my first one with this silicone mold here. I've been wondering what to do with this mold when I purchased it, so I thought with the soaps it could really work fantastically, and I actually loved the result of this one. So all I'm doing is inside every cavity I'm just going to pipe in some of my coloured chocolate. And then you're going to just, every time you pipe your chocolate, you're going to just gently move your mold around just to kind of smooth out the base. And you can kind of build up in them as well. So you can have either a flat back, or see with this one here, I'm just kind of building up the chocolate. So it kind of gives you a round ovally soap. And then you're going to pop that in the fridge, let it set, and when it has set, it'll come away really nicely from the mold, and then you've got all the writing on them as well. And then you can keep it just like that if you wanted to, which would look fantastic on top of a cake, or you could make another piece to go on the back of them. So I'm going to repeat that exact same process with the exact same colours that match the first ones I did, and then I'm going to pop in the fridge again and let that set. And then what happens is that you can, once this has set, then you can use these pieces to stick together with some more chocolate on the back of the other ones that we made, and then that way they've got like more of a proper solid back to front chocolate pieces. I've got this silicone mold as well here, which is just a waffle silicone mold, and all I'm doing is either using some milk chocolate, some milk and dark chocolate, some white chocolate, and just kind of mixing the chocolates together. And of course you can use coloured chocolate as well, and just filling up this one. So very similar to what we did earlier, smoothing it out and popping it in the fridge and letting it set. Now, if you don't know how to temper your chocolate, I do have a full tutorial on how to temper your chocolate. I will put that at the end of this video if you want to watch that video. So I'm going to pop this one now in the fridge and let it set. And I've kind of just mixed the chocolates here. I haven't really kind of smoothed them out just to give it like a marbled effect once you cut through it. So now I'm going to pop this in the fridge, let that set, and again, like I said, silicone molds are fantastic because they're so flexible. And another thing I wanted to add with silicone molds is you can also bake yourself some cookies, cakes, because they are oven safe as well. So you can use your silicone molds, put your batter in there and pop them in the oven, and they give you fantastic cake shapes without having to do any carving. That's another reason why I love using silicone molds. So now we've got these kind of soapy looking waffles, which I think is really, really, really cute. And then we're going to go on to the most popular one, which I would say is bath bombs. So there is a few ways. I'm going to show you the few different ways of making them. The first one, which is the most easiest one, is obviously just making solid plain chocolate colors like we did earlier. So I'm using the same shades I had earlier, and all I'm doing is just piping on 2 of each one so then I can connect them together. And then you're going to pop that in the fridge, let that set, and then you've got these really adorable bath bombs. So they are fantastic as well if you're making for cupcakes. And you can kind of get creative. You can kind of do a squiggle on the bottom of them at first, and then do add more colors and layer them. So you can have a lot of fun doing these ones here. I'm kind of going very easy and quick today, so I'm just doing a blob of each color or a squiggle of one color and a dash of another color, and just kind of filling up the cavity with different shades and colors. This is a very easy way of doing it, and I'm just kind of repeating that with the whole entire thing, and then you can connect them and have fun because there'll be like different shades of colors on all of them. And then we're going to pop this in the fridge, and of course you can get yourself this silicone mold in the really large bath bombs as well. So you could do the miniature ones on cupcakes, and if you're doing a cake version, get yourself the bigger round silicone mold, and then you could do like big massive ginormous bath bombs. Then you pop them all out and you've got these really cute little round bath bombs that we're going to, each one we're going to connect to the next one, and then you have these, which I really love. I love the ones that I've done these pastel kind of different colors in between them. I think that look really cute. And then find 2 that are matching and then connect them, see if they work nicely together, and then we're going to stick them on later. I'll show you how I stick it on. So now I'm going to look at them all and just line up the ones that work closely to the color that they've got. The ones that are the exact same color obviously going to be straightforward, but the ones that you've done in multiple colors, then just try and find 2 that work nicely with the colors. Another one that I wanted to really do was this really cute ducks. So I've had this duck mold, never used it. So the other ones were silicone molds, and you can also get yourself plastic chocolate molds as well, which are, you can get them from your cake decorating shop, and there is lots of colors to choose from. So I've got a bit of yellow chocolate, and I'm just going to mix in a little bit of white because I want this to have like a marbled effect. And mixing in that little bit of white is just going to give us that 2-tone variation, and I'm just going to pour it inside the mold. And then once you have poured it inside the mold, you're going to pop it in the fridge and you're going to let it set completely. This might take, depending on the size of your mold, if your mold is quite deep and heavy, it will take a good half an hour to an hour to set. So just make sure it's really set before you take it out, because if you try and take it out when it's not set, it won't come off its mold. It'll still be stuck onto its mold. But you can learn more about tempering chocolate in my other video. So you're going to smooth that out and pop it in the fridge and let that set. And then once it has set, all you do is kind of flip the mold over, and then the chocolate ducks would just fall right out. Letting it chill, and then it comes off, like I said, very easily, just a gentle little press. And then you've got these really cute duck soapy kind of molds. That is adorable. Really love that one. I think it's really, really sweet and cute. And when you pile them all up on top of the cake, you get some really nice soapy inspired. Or if you do it like a chocolate basket cake and then put them on top. Now we're going to do bath bombs again. We're going to give it that shimmery kind of dust that you can get with bath bombs. So there is 2 ways of doing this one, and I'm going to show you both ways. So way number 1 is get all your pastel shimmer dust that you've got. Now I get them from my cake decorating shop. You spray your silicone mold with a little bit of non-stick cooking spray, which becomes our glue, and then you just brush on the dust. And then because you've got that non-stick cooking spray, and that's our glue, these dusts will stick onto the silicone mold really nicely, which then when you put your chocolate into there, it sticks onto your chocolate. Now doing it this way gives you a very rustic look. It kind of, you'll have like a little bit of cracks and cuts and holes into your chocolate, which looks like those real bath bomb soaps. So that's one way of doing it, pre-colouring your silicone mould before you add your chocolate. The other way of doing it, so with this pre-coloured ones, now all I'm going to do, and you can add so many colours, you can, really go all out and just add all the colour that you want. Then pour in your chocolate. So pipe in all your chocolate in there, and you could do it milk or dark chocolate. This works with both. You could do milk, white, or dark chocolate in this one. Then we're going to get to the other side. The other side, all we're doing is just plain white chocolate, because I'm going to show you another way of doing it. Give it a nice little gentle tap so it smooths out, and then pop it in the fridge and let it set. Once it has set, pop them all out, get them out of the silicone mold, and then you can colour them. So the ones that were white, all you do is you spray them with a little bit of non-stick cooking spray, and then you just brush on your shimmer colours. Whichever shimmer colours that you want to use, you just brush it on and it grabs the colour really quickly and fast, and all that dust goes in there. But you have to make sure you spray it with non-stick cooking spray, because you need your chocolate to have something tacky in order for this to stick onto it, for the powders to stick onto them. So these luster powders you can get from your cake decorating shop, and they are available in so many colours to choose from. So all I'm doing is brushing it on, and then you can add and mix colours to them and get really creative. So this is the way you could do it. This is one way of doing it, and this way obviously gives you that really smooth surface. So it will give you like a really smooth bath bomb. The other way is if you pre-dusted your silicone mold, instead of getting that really smooth chocolate, you get this kind of rustic where there's holes and gaps and cracks onto it, which I think looks more like the soaps, but it's really up to you, it's optional. And then even with these ones, you can go through them, add more colour to them if you wanted to. You could even change the colour. So in any corners that doesn't have any colour, you can also just brush on some more colours onto them. But the main difference is the texture. So like I said, one will be very smooth, and this one will kind of be very rustic. It's probably the best word to describe it, with all the gaps and little holes onto it, and you can actually see the dust. So that's the two very easy ways of making these bath bombs. And like I said, if you do get yourself the bigger mold, you can make some really nice big ones that will look incredibly realistic, and then just pop them on top of a cake. So just brushing onto those, brushing some more. And with the pearl shimmer, what you can do is with the white chocolates, you just again spray with a little bit of non-stick cooking spray and use just the plain white shimmer, and that just gives it this really beautiful pastel-y, pearly shade to it. And I just love using the pearl white ones. So that's what the one I'm using here. It's just pearl white, and you just brush it on, and it just gives it a whole different pastel-y look. And I'm doing it again with the dark, but then you can also say, if you wanted to add a very light color to them, you can get like champagne and mix it with the white, make your own shade, and then brush them on, and they just give you this very nice soft, naturally pastel-y colors. So these were all with the pearl shimmers, and I'm just going to keep brushing it on. And as you can see, you can either go the pearl white or add a bit of the champagne. It gives you like a yellow, or add any other color that you want to. Now, to connect all your soaps together, or your chocolate pieces, it's all you do is you add a little bit of chocolate in the middle of one, and then press them together, hold them for a few seconds, press them really firm, and make sure here you're using a compound chocolate. So compound chocolates, if you look at the ingredients, they use vegetable fat instead of cocoa butter. And if you want to learn more about tempering chocolate, what's compound chocolate, more about color dust, I've got plenty of tutorials on my channel, and you can watch those ones. But using a bit of compound chocolate and sticking them together basically means you don't have to pop them back in the fridge. That compound chocolate will stick them really nice and firm into place, and then it will look like they're just one connected piece. And I'm going to now do that with all of the pieces that I've got. And then if you have some various pieces that needs a bit of cutting, so you can just use a knife to just cut any excess chocolate that you have on the side, or if you want to fill the gaps, you can do that as well by just adding some more chocolate. Kind of use your fingers to smooth out the chocolate, and you can do that to smooth out any of the areas that you need to. So I hope you guys did enjoy this really easy, fun, quick tutorial. I had done this during the quarantine we had in Australia in the lockdown, so everyone was going on about soaps, so I thought I'll do this, but I've never had because I had to do the homeschooling, so I never had the chance to edit it. So now that I've edited it, I thought I'd upload it and share with you guys, because they'll make great cupcake toppers, even little miniature cakes. You can use them just as on top of cakes as well as cake toppers as well. So I hope you guys did enjoy this quick tutorial, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and bye for now.